Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nasara 17 channel. We are giving you a post-election intel update and current events update. Of course, we thank the Lord, we thank Jesus that Trump won. That's awesome news. We were very concerned behind the scenes about how much cheating they were going to do and if we can overcome it. And like I was reporting starting 2 years ago, I told everybody the chances of having a election was very high, and there probably wouldn't be a EBS, emergency broadcast service, and or military overthrow of Biden because they had basically changed their operational plan and they had deemed that it would be uh, more beneficial to allow the time to pass to let more people wake up. So I was listening to PBD podcast today, and they had Laura Trump on, who was current chair of the RNC, got rid of, in my opinion, corrupt Ronna McDaniel from my home state of Michigan. And Laura said, you know, outright, these last 4 years have been great because, it could have gone differently, but the 4 years had went played out, and it's really woken up a lot more people. She's talking to us in the Truther movement. She's telling us blatantly, hey guys, things changed and we allowed it to play out. So, you know, I'm not saying that to puff my chest. I'm saying that because that shows that we have, good information, good sources, etc. And at this point, it should be pretty obvious to a lot of people in the truther realm that there is such thing as disinformation on both sides. And even some certain truthers are paid to spew whatever, talking points that they're given. And disinformation is also, you know, sort of helpful when you're in a war. So having the deep state think every 3 months, hey, there's going to be an EBS, we're all going to be rounded up, and we're in deep crap. It keeps them on their toes. So when we look back in time, all of that was for them. It wasn't really for us. So I want everybody to keep that in mind. And we have a major victory that we just achieved, thanks to the Patriots waking up, new people coming on to the, Republican truther side, and the Lord giving us what we have been praying for to bring back righteousness. But it's not over. This is really one battle's over, the next is about to come because the deep state's kind of going to throw a lot of whatever they can at us, so we'll see how it goes, but it still could be rocky for a couple years, I think. So anyway, I'll bring in Kirsten and let her give her comments on that. I just wanted to give everybody a good opening there and kind of remind us where we're at right now.
So you think for the next couple years?
Yeah, it could definitely be a couple years, yes.
I was thinking more along the lines of, I know definitely. I mean, they already started protesting in like Philadelphia and Chicago already. So, I mean, it's kind of like the same old thing that they did once before, but I am under the impression that they are going to be kind of swiftly rounded up. I mean, don't forget, I think it was the Pentagon that just came out with some kind of bill that was allowing the government to go against its own citizens. Kind of like a shoot to fire thing. And I tended to think more on the other side that is not meant for us protesters if we need to protest something. It's more for the looters, the rioters, the burning of the ones that burn the cities down and stores down and whatever, that kind of stuff. So I think it's around the FAFO kind of going into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be 2 years, and I'm just kind of, like I told everybody, I'm kind of, giving you my best guesstimate on what I know. Of course, I don't know everything, but I do have, real solid sources. So I might take a couple things, piece them together, and give you guys like a summary. Which is why a while back I told everyone, hey, the videotapes that they have taped from Gitmo and other military tribunals that have been taking place, um, those probably will, it might be like 5 to 10 years before we see those as the general public, because everyone's just not ready for all that. And go ahead.
Well, Megyn Kelly just came out, I think it was yesterday, and was talking about Epstein and how, you know, in the short future that we're going to be hearing from Epstein himself. And I immediately went back to those tapes and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Unless, we all know the Epstein deal, but I doubt they're going to be putting him front and center. I think he's long gone at this point, but not after he sang like a canary.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it very well could be. Megyn Kelly is switched sides. At one point she was working for the cabal, and I believe she repented, and I think she's sincere. So, I used to have a negative opinion of her, and I've since changed it in the past, I don't know, 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody did. She was, on him hard in the beginning, but I think she had a change of heart too when she started seeing, like everybody else did, the weaponization of all these different three-letter agencies towards him, the freedom of speech being, kind of slowly taken away. And I think once she started getting wind of that and how corrupt and stuff all that was, that she flipped sides.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to ask me questions, or you want to just focus on different topics, or what, for what we see coming in the near future?
Well, I want to start out by talking about what we were talking about before we started recording about the House and the Senate, and what's going on with Arizona and Nevada, and they still haven't called either race. That they've been stuck since Tuesday night. Neither they haven't called anything for Arizona and Nevada. They're still stuck. And why do you think that is?
I think that they're catching them in the act. So I reported probably 2 years ago at this point, on one of my chats or podcasts. I was saying that the White Hats and the Patriots are working on cleaning up the swing states. And, I'm originally from Michigan. I had a lot of good intel from Michigan and Wisconsin. And as you see, they went for Trump. And they really did in 2020 as well. I don't know when that'll come out, but so they had focused on working on the internal laws within each swing state, because each state controls their own election. It's like a mini country, and then each county kind of tallies, the votes for that county. It's kind of so basically how it works. So we had been working on those laws, and it's been effective. And Arizona was a huge battle. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's 11 electoral votes, and Michigan's more. Michigan's 15. I don't know why it's such a big battle, but it is. And I feel like Nevada has been historically corrupt from the